All right, guys, this is a family fun favorite. A recipe straight from Fossa Cesia, Abruzzo. And my Nonna Concetta's recipe, le pizzelle. Do you guys know what le pizzelle are? Well, okay, I'm gonna show you. Okay, well, it's made with a hot skillet. Now I have two versions. This one that's electronical or electric. Where am I going with these words? And one that I put on the stove top that goes right on the gas. I prefer this one because it's much quicker, and I like the shape of it better and the print, the imprint it leaves. Okay, very simple ingredients. All right, you need basically for every egg 2 tablespoons of sugar, and they have to be heaping tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of oil and flour. Basically the flour, and I put a little bit of lemon grind. All right, I was saying about the flour. The flour is, pay attention now, all'occhio. So which means you have to see it. There's no measurements. So you're pouring the flour in slowly, a little bit at a time. Okay. When you see that the mix is coming together nicely and it's thickening to the point where you can write your name. Okay, you can write your name in the mix. I'm going to show you as we go along. It'll make sense. All right, guys, we're going to start off with our eggs. So as I mentioned, that recipe that I showed you in the book is based on 1 egg. You just double it as you go along. So if I do 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of oil and flour. I'm using 4 eggs. So I'm going to do 8 tablespoons of sugar, 8 tablespoons of oil, and then the flour as much as I need. Now, what I do add to this recipe, which makes it really yummy, is if you add any liquor or alcohol or whatever you want to add to it, you've got to add an additional tablespoon of oil. Okay? So I add 2 tablespoons of homemade limoncello, and therefore I have to add 2 extra tablespoons of oil. All right, so here we go. Okay, guys, I'm gonna crack my eggs. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. I'm gonna give those a little beat quickly first. Okay, and now I've got to do for every egg 2 tablespoons of sugar, heaping tablespoons. Okay, folks? Don't worry about it. Like I said, you don't make sweets if you're watching your curves. All right, but once in a while. Cut loose, everybody cut, foot loose. So, we've got 4 eggs. We need 8 tablespoons of sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that's done. You're gonna start beating it now. It's not gonna be a pleasant ride. You gotta have muscles for this, okay? Because it's gonna start thickening up. Okay, by the way, you can use a blender or a hand blender, hand mixer, whatever you call them. But this gives me so much more satisfaction. Okay, so just beat away. See that? Okay. Gonna beat that. When you've got it nicely amalgamated, you're gonna add your oil. The same holds true for the oil, folks. All right. So, perfect. I love when that happens. Okay, I gotta go get this opened because the latch broke. I'll be back. You wanna know how I opened it? Let's see how many of you really know me. That's right, with my teeth. All right, so here we go. 8 tablespoons of oil. Obviously not olive oil, just your regular vegetable oil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Now remember when I told you, and at this point I'm going to add my lemon grind. Okay, I like lots, but it's up to you. There's no set rule. Got my homemade limoncello here. I'm going to give it a good shake. It's really good stuff. One day I'll post that. Homemade is very easy. All right, and I'm doing 2 tablespoons of that, which, what do you got to do now? You got to add a tablespoon for every tablespoon of liquor or alcohol or whatever you're putting in. So 1, 2. Okay, guys? All right. We don't need this spoon just yet. Okay, we're going to add that all up. Sorry, we're going to mix that all up. So if I go back, you'll see better. It's a nice, thick liquid. All right. Okay, guys, now it's time for my flour. I use miscela per torte, okay? It's a nice little mix for cakes and cookies and all that other stuff, but it's pretty much a 0-0 mix, all right? And here we go, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna add slowly. So I've got my eggs in here, I've got my sugar in here, I've got my oil in here, I've got my alcohol in here, my limoncello, and I've got my lemon grind. Now I'm just gonna start adding flour, okay? And you're gonna see what I mean by it's gonna come together. Just go slowly. So I started off with 2 handfuls so far. I've never, people say, can you write it down? And I just always forget. And I really could measure it with a cup, but I don't because I do it all'occhio, okay? Using my eyes because I wanna see, because you know, sometimes your eggs are a different size and it changes the batter. Okay, so that's still very liquidy. Okay, I want a little bit thicker, slightly thicker than a regular, let's say, normal cake batter. Okay. In the meantime, I've plugged in my grill. Okay. My iron, sorry, my Pizzelle iron, which comes right from Abruzzo, by the way. I'm sure you can find them back home if you haven't already stashed that away in your suitcase along the years of traveling. Okay, you see that? Mix it until there's no clumps. You don't have to sift it. Okay, this is a very rustic recipe. There's no anything refined about it, okay? Okay, now, when I was saying you gotta write your name in it, look what I mean. Watch, okay? So, no, it doesn't come out, okay? I can't write the J, okay? So I gotta keep going, okay? Does that make sense? I'll be back. So I'm gonna add 1 and 2. That, and I think that should do the trick. Slowly. I'm gonna mix it nicely. And it becomes starting to get heavy, okay? Just think, my grandmother does like 8-9 eggs at a time and she's never used a blender in her life. Okay. For this recipe, sorry, I should stipulate that. All right, now let's see if I can write my name, folks. I better be able to because I got no muscle left, okay? Let's see. Come with me. Here we go. I did it. Okay, let's just add a little bit more, like a sprinkle. Okay, has anybody been counting on how much I added? No, because I haven't been doing cups. I've been just doing handfuls. Okay, there we go. And this batter is good to go, folks. Nice and thick. Kind of looks like, if I had to compare it to any other batter, I'd say like a pancake batter. Okay, is that fair to say? All right, take a look. And let's write J-E-N exclamation mark. It's ready. Now, what you're gonna do, some people like to keep it in the fridge for about an hour, half an hour. I do if time permits. If not, I just start with my grill, okay? So, it's lunchtime here. I gotta go prepare lunch. Wow, this is a nice little hat I got going on. And I'm gonna keep this in the fridge for about, I don't know, 15 minutes. And then when I'm ready to put it on my, what did I say this thing was called? Griddle? No. Iron. My Pizzelle iron. I will do so, and I'll show you guys. I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm done with my lunch. I came back and I got this out of the fridge. Take a look now. This has gotten even thicker. Okay? So now I could probably write my name and surname. And that's good. We don't care. That's what we want, okay? All right, now all I'm gonna do is give it a good churn, a good mix. Okay, and it's ready for my hot grill. Okay, so I've put a little bit of butter on both sides. Okay, and I'm just gonna put, I want to bring that to you here. Okay, the center of my iron, watch, check this out, okay, is this part right here. I'm just gonna fill that part up, okay? So watch that. I get a spoon. Don't touch it, don't do anything with it. Okay. And now it depends, you're gonna see the diameter of these. You wanna make it a little bit thicker, you don't wanna make it thick, you can play with that. And as you go along, you'll see the depth, the width, the height, all that other stuff that you like, okay? Right, so it's on there. Now you're just gonna close this. I give it a second to settle. 1, 2, 3, and then I press down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I lift it, and there you go. Now that's the first one. It's always gonna be a little bit like a pancake. The first one is the one that, you know, you give to someone who wants to try everything. You give it to Mikey. Okay. Okay guys, so we're gonna keep it going. Again, just a nice bit in the middle. Sorry, I'll show you what I just did. Move that over a bit. Okay. I'm gonna close it. Always have a paper towel beside you so you can wipe off your hands. Don't lick it because that's just gross. But mind you, if you're at home, do what you want. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? With a flat edge knife, if it's not a color you want, okay, just toss it from, okay, there you go, and then just pile them up on a sheet. I'll show you where I have mine in a second. Okay, close it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I don't like the color, I want it 1, 2, 3. All right, one more second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should have gone to 10 by now. Yeah. And there we go. Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, you just keep that going until your batter's done, folks. I'll be back with the final dose so you can see all of them accumulated. They're very nice.